We've already posted a video about the longest sniper shots in Fortnite, but for some reason we just didn't place the clips in the order of the shots. So we decided to make another video dedicated to the longest sniper shots in Fortnite for you guys. And yeah, this time we put the list in the right order, don't worry about it. We're also not using any clips from Playground in this video because shots are just way too easy to set up in that mode. Like, people were actually getting plus 500 meter shots in that mode, even though the bullets stopped dealing damage after that range through the use of bounce pads, which is crazy. It's just, it's ridiculous. Legend has it that if you like this video and subscribe to ArcadeCloud, you will land every single snipe you make, and you'll get a headshot. So don't forget to like and subscribe.
Number 10, 248 meters.
While this is the lowest distance shot in our video today, you shouldn't count it out straight away. At 248 meters, you might be expecting this shot by Nash's Cached on Reddit to be pretty unspectacular. I mean, people hit that sort of range pretty often these days, right? Well, you might be right about that, but I doubt people land those sorts of shots on people that are still gliding in right at the beginning of the game. Nash's Cached decided to drop down near Snobby Shores, making a quick dive to one of the chests on top of one of the mountains in the area. They managed to grab a big potion and a blue rarity bolt-action sniper rifle from the chest, which was perfect for their position. After downing the potion straight away, Nash's Cached noticed that there were still people flying down to the map from the battle bus. Now, you might not know this, but you aren't actually safe when you're flying down to the map like that. In fact, the opposite is true, and you're leaving yourself wide open for people like this with good aim. Nash's Cached tracked the person in the air for a little while and then pulled the trigger at the perfect time, dealing a 105 damage and killing the enemy instantly. You're just a bully.
Number 9, 252 meters.
Making your way into the middle of Loot Lake is a pretty risky play. For a start, you are surrounded by wide open water on all sides. So when you inevitably want to move on from your location, you're just going to be stuck jumping through the water in clear view of anyone nearby. That makes for some pretty easy deaths, but sometimes dropping in at Loot Lake can lead to some pretty crazy moments. If you happen to pick up a sniper, then you are going to be in for a good time, because in the center of Loot Lake, you can see all of the shores of the lake, meaning if anyone goes past, they're going to be pretty easy pickings. This is the exact situation that Brandon's Baggies on YouTube found himself to be in. He managed to get inside the house at the center of Loot Lake without much trouble. With full health and shield, 3 grenades, a blue assault rifle, and a blue sniper rifle, he was pretty much armed to the teeth. And he had a boogie bomb and another big shield potion in reserve just in case things went south. From this vantage point at the top of the house, Brandon could see someone running around the hills on the far side of the lake. He missed the first shot, but luckily the guy didn't notice the bullet and the second shot hit him dead on. It was a pretty awesome long-range shot and showed the sneaky potential of claiming Loot Lake's central island as your own.
Number 8, 256 meters.
In the description for this video, the YouTuber Kyle421 describes his Fortnite skills as a gift from God. And after watching this kill, I can sort of understand where he gets his confidence from. Kyle421 was in the wooded area next to Pleasant Park when he decided to build a little bit of a ramp so he could look toward the north section of the map. He pulled out his sniper rifle, saw someone running away in the far distance, and took a random shot. Out of nowhere, the sniper shot arced around the mountain and hit his enemy dead on, even though he probably wasn't intending to pull it off. The surprise in his voice is obvious and is only made more funny by the fact his overworld display states he tapped out to another screen in his panicked happiness.
Number 7, 292 meters.
This is another clip that shows off the power of being able to see the shores of Loot Lake. For some reason, people think that by walking around the edge of Loot Lake, they are instantly safe from anyone trying to look over the area with a high-caliber weapon like a sniper, when in actual fact, they are just as vulnerable from someone paying attention with a scoped weapon as someone in the middle of the lake. Sure, you can't be seen from all angles and you aren't completely without cover in an area that you can't run through, but none of that matters if your enemy has a sniper and they know how to take down a moving target. The Reddit user Benjo Ripping certainly knows how to take out moving targets, and in this clip, he does it from way at the top of a mountain overlooking the rest of Loot Lake from 292 meters away. With a single shot that seems to be taken completely at random, Benjo manages to take someone out on the northern side of the lake. From his laughter after he made the shot, it's pretty obvious he's happy with the result of his potluck shot.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god! Oh!
Number 6, 300 meters.
The higher you are in the Fortnite map, the more likely you are to be able to take someone out at super far ranges with a sniper rifle. And one of the highest points of the Fortnite map without building is the tower by Lonely Lodge. With the ocean to your back, this area is a pretty safe spot to try and take out some poor no-skin noobs who are running around with no idea what they're doing at some incredible ranges. This shot from the YouTuber Ncrix shows off the advantages of being in such a tall and secure location when he pulls off a 300-meter snipe against someone to the southwest of the Lonely Lodge Tower. For the briefest of moments, Ncrix sees someone running beside a ridge next to Retail Row. Unfortunately for Ncrix, that enemy dips behind the ridge, so it looks like that should be it for our would-be sniper. Only he takes the shot anyway. Somehow the bullet managed to curve over the ridge itself and straight down onto the enemy, who Ncrix couldn't even see anymore. Not only was it a long kill, it was a completely insane one. Who would have thought? The bullet drop in this game, and the curves and all that stuff, it's crazy.
Number 5, 301 meters.
This clip from the YouTuber Vantis only just manages to top out the last one, coming in at 301 meters. Vantis had made the risky decision of walking through Tilted Towers at the very end of the game. Even when the mad rush to Tilted at the start of the game has come to a close, the area can't exactly be called safe by any means of the imagination. But somehow they managed to safely get up to the top of the tallest tower in the area. And that was when they saw their target. Walking across the hills directly to the east of Tilted Towers, Vantis spotted someone from his perch. And considering he had 2 blue bolt-action sniper rifles in his inventory, there was no reason to not take a couple of shots at the guy. With an insane shot, Vantis manages to knock his enemy down, but unfortunately the clip ends before we could see if he managed to finish off the kill. But I mean, if it happens off screen, it doesn't count, right? That's the movie motto. If death's off screen, it doesn't count.
Number 4, 306 meters.
Manocheese is a pretty small Twitch streamer, so he has to land some fairly crazy shots to make up for his lack of viewers, right? And luckily, that's exactly what he does in this clip. The game is in the last 30 players, and considering that this is a squad game, that means things are starting to get pretty tight. He's by Loot Lake drinking up some potions, and he suddenly notices people to the west of him over the other side of the lake. He takes a random shot, probably not expecting anything to come of it, but then he knocks him down. Taking a random shot like that is pretty risky, but as you can see in this clip, sometimes they pay off.
Number 3, 350 meters.
To snipe someone from the river at the far south side of the Fortnite map all the way to Flush Factory is a pretty impressive thing to take on, and probably not something that most people would even bother to try. But when you're in the last 36 of a duos match and you have no kills, you have to start thinking outside of the box to try and secure some last-minute kills. And that's exactly what the YouTuber ZELEZNIK decided to do. He turned his blue bolt action sniper toward Flush Factory and started taking pot shots at the guy who was at the highest point of the factory. The first shot barely misses, and it makes the guy on top start to act pretty nervously. He starts to build in the totally wrong direction, and the kid takes him out with a clean headshot, shredding straight through 272 damage. No one could survive that.
Number 2, 392 meters.
Sometimes you just have to take a random shot to see what happens. And with only 20 people left on the map and 1 kill to their name, the YouTuber AUSTRIAN decides to do something completely absurd. And it ends up getting him a sniper kill at 392 meters. AUSTRIAN built his way up to one of the mountains near the Wailing Woods. They then built up a little bit higher, firing their minigun and assault rifle into the air for good luck, before doing a 360 off their ramps and firing a random shot into the distance. The result? An insane trick shot at 392 meters on someone that they couldn't even see. The best way to celebrate such a momentous kill? A dab, of course.
HM. Honorable mention.
Hey, it's honorable mention time. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen the crazy no-scope kill at 4,000 meters from the top of a mountain by Flush Factory at this point, right? Well, it's totally fake. For a start, like I said earlier, after around the 500 meter mark, bullets just don't render anymore and don't do any damage. So to think someone somehow managed to get around that and kill someone at 8 times the range is pretty unbelievable. Not only that, someone actually worked out the bullet travel time for this shot and was able to figure out the amount of time the bullet spent traveling through the air before supposedly hitting someone was completely off. Oh, and there's the small issue of the map not even being 4,000 meters across diagonally. We basically only included this one as an honorable mention to disprove it completely. I mean, all you thought it was ridiculous, right? There's just no way.
Number 1, 397 meters.
I gotta say, the series of events that led to the kill in this clip are so insane that I didn't even believe them until they actually happened. It has to be one of the single most coolest trick shots in Fortnite Battle Royale, if not gaming, history. LUCKYTONIO is a French YouTuber that landed right at the top of the mountain near Greasy. He managed to pick up a hunting rifle and a bolt-action rifle, as well as a stack of impulse grenades and some shields. This kill starts up with some pretty underhanded backstabbing, with LUCKYTONIO using one of his impulse grenades to send his 2 teammates flying off of a ramp, making them fall so far that their death was instant from the drop. Because he had killed both of his friends, LUCKYTONIO decided to go for a last-minute crazy attempt at a kill, so he impulsed himself off of the ramp. While in the air, LUCKYTONIO completed a total of 5 360 spins and switched between his gun and his pickaxe twice, before randomly no-scoping in the direction of Greasy and somehow pulling out the longest and most insane shot on this clip today. So that was our list of the top 10 longest sniper shots in Fortnite Battle Royale. This time, we actually ranked the shots in the correct order. Sorry about that. Have you seen any shots that are longer than this one and aren't in the playground? Leave a comment below to let us know. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to ArcadeCloud. Come on, don't you want to land headshots and snipes all day?